Hello, opportunity seekers. I'm Prabhneet Kaur, a senior analyst at Everest Group, and I'm back again with another episode of Unlocking Workplace Opportunities in 2023. And today I have with me a very distinguished guest, a partner at Everest Group, Abhishek Singh, who is also an industry expert. So, Abhishek, without further ado, I just want to ask you about a very hot topic. So we have been analyzing that the budget centers and the decision making within enterprises has become very distributed and more complex. So what is your opinion about this trend?
No, there are a couple of things that have been happening in the last 7-8 years, and especially got emphasized due to pandemic. The one thing that has been happening within enterprises is that there has been a strong focus across industries around customer experience. And when organizations have gone through a few cycles of trying to deliver on customer experience, it has started to bleed into the fact that customer experience cannot happen in isolation. It needs to happen in consonance with different stakeholders that exist within the environment. And hence, employee experience has become a core of how organizations think of becoming more efficient and also delivering on customer experience, which is their core objective. Yeah. So that's the trend that has been taking place. Now, in the context of pandemic, which kind of threw the operating models of enterprises into disarray, in many ways distributed the organizations into multiple locations, people working from home and not just from few siloed offices, brought this aspect to fore, and that's where the role of technology in delivering experience for employees became a core aspect of how enterprises wanted to go about it. And it's happening across industries, no doubt about it.
And I agree that it is becoming pervasive from both the ends. Like technology is becoming more pervasive into different functions, which it was not present earlier. And hence the different functions are also getting more involved into these decision making.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But so how would you say that service providers should approach this entire complexity and this distribution?
I think it's a question of coming out of the comfort zone. Service providers have typically sold into the IT functions, the CIOs or the personas who deal with technology and understand technology really well. But what's happening, and as you are alluding to it, there are in many enterprises. I'm close to life sciences or healthcare, and I noticed that beyond IT, whether you're looking at clinical development, whether you're looking at supply chain, all of them, when they look at their own stack, some of the core objectives that they need to deliver on, the employee experience aspect for each of these buckets is very unique to them. There are certain common aspects which any service provider can deal with, but as you start dealing with some of these personas who have objectives and key results which are very, very unique to their functions, service providers need to elevate that game beyond the standard set of offerings that they bring to the table. So you will still have service desk, you will still have unified collaboration as an offering. But if you're dealing with different personas, with different product lines within organizations, and pick any industry, it's not just life sciences, banking or manufacturing, you need to have a context-based approach to those. So it's about dealing with different product areas within enterprises and also going up the stack, whether you are dealing with entry-level employees, how to handle those experiences, to senior executives. And another point that I missed talking about is trying to pivot away from just an issue resolution approach. It's about proactive identification of key results around which you can structure your solutions.
Thank you, Abhishek. This was very insightful, and I really liked how you talked about the proactive approach as well as taking a more product-centric strategy overall.
Yes, I think that's the key word here.
Yeah.
From an offering-led motion to a product-led motion, if service providers start to gravitate towards it, I think they'll move to the next age of how employee experience is going to be delivered in enterprise environments.
Hope our viewers also found this insightful. Keep looking for our next episode. Thank you.